ready? And ta-da. Push. Good neck rolls, getting loose. Hey, coach. And shoulders back. Forward. And cross. Get some wrist work on that. That's for me. And hip rolls.
Bring it
The hip
down.
direction.
Bring it
Oh, stop it.
down.
Hands on your knees for knee rolls. Wow, Brittany, you look really tan.
Thanks. I'm working on it.
Other direction. And
I
good
told him,
ankle
I was
roll.
like, if it doesn't look tan on here, we're turning it off.
What you don't know is I just unscrewed the light bulbs behind her, so she has that nice.
It has the glow, the golden goddess.
All right,
glow.
here we go, guys. And jog.
Scoot forward if we're not.
I can scoot forward some, a little bit.
I don't want to hit this bag here.
Easy light jog, and he's up now. Get him up, get him up, get him up. Hey, Jason, pick him up, pick him up. And butt kicks, body forward, stretch him back. Get him cooking, get him cooking, get him cooking, get him cooking, and shuffle.
I just stopped.
Back to your jog. Whew.
You all been having a good day? Can you believe that we're already on week 8
Knees up, knees up, knees up.
of working from home?
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Week 8. At least
Who works
for
from
me.
home?
I
What is
do.
that? Butt kicks.
I work from home. Terry's working from home. Kayla's working from home. Steve don't work. No, I'm just kidding.
Working from home.
Steve's
Side shuffle.
working from home.
Time.
God.
All right, quick shoulder tag. If you don't have a partner, shoulder tag. If you don't have a partner, work in place and just keep your active feet and body moving. Okay.
All right, you guys play with each other on the screens.
Ready?
Terry,
And
your partner's is Kayla.
Jason, I tagged you.
Steve, your partner's is Jason.
Okay, are you ready? Shoulders, 10 seconds only, and go.
Hannah's calling you.
Easier. I'm not blinded so hard.
Yeah, right? Gotta get out of there fast. Commit or don't. I
Time.
got you.
Knee tags. Ready? And go.
Bonk in the head. Sure, go off camera if I want to. They
Can't prove
see
it,
it
right?
happening.
Go. Those shoulders. Time. That was a hot mess. Okay. Good job, Wyatt. Do them shoves. Do them. Do them. Or don't do them. Sure, he lucked out. Shoulders and knees. Ready? And go.
Dang it.
Oh, yeah.
I got you first. And time. I'm gonna.
Okay, uppercut back kicks. Now remember, on the uppercut back kick, the idea
is to drop that weight.
Go ahead.
All right, guys. So you're gonna make sure you base out. You're gonna drop your weight. If you have partners, they're gonna put that bag quiet, drop a little bit lower, right into the middle of their hamstring. So you're going to drop your weight like you're almost sitting on top of that bag, Steve. Drop that weight even lower where the bag's connected, and then you're going to drag your feet as you strike with your heel. So we used to call it like chicken scratch, and this is going to be striking inside at the groin. You can hit the inside of their thigh. And you want to just try to keep your hands up at the same time, and we'll go for 20 seconds. Ready? Go.
Good. Keep working. Terry, tomorrow, make sure you grab a target from me. I'll get you one to take home and practice with, okay? Nice pillow kick. Good. Come on.
Nice.
5 seconds left. 4 seconds.
Keep your weight low. Keep your weight low. Terry,
And
drop your weight.
Time.
There you go.
Good sit bag. On the ear smash now.
All right, so that ear smash, you've got that head in front of you for your attacker. Your hands are going to come straight out to the target as you make contact. So you don't want to go wide and lose all that time showing what's happening. You want to come straight at your target, ear smash, and then you can do Mr. Hamill's favorite, the head smash. Make sure you turtle up, or you can do straight to chest, or you can stop at ear smash. You can be combative, hold them in for an elbow, whatever it takes. The key thing to remember here is you're going for ears. So if you don't have a target in front of you, clap your hands so you know that you're coming straight in. Clap, pull the chest, pull the head. All right, ready? 20 seconds.
Set and go.
Straight in, pull. Straight in, pull. Straight in, out. You are not anybody's partner.
Come on. Gonna make you a headbutt.
Don't do that.
I know.
Why practice something I'm not going to use?
I tried. Time.
God.
I tried. All right, payback extra.
I was not turtled up, okay?
Here we go. On the front side elbow. Give it to us.
Front side elbow. Okay, so you're going to do it like you would punches. So we're not swinging wide into these targets. It's a straight strike. So parallel to the ground, striking full with your elbow. You're going to start like you do your punches. So you're going to start with your front elbow and then your back elbow, and you're going to switch off each time. Your elbows are meant for concussion and cuts. So, ready? 20 seconds. Here we go.
Go.
Front, back, front, back.
Watch how she pivots that back foot.
Front, back.
Driving that punch.
Just like you would your jab and cross. Step in, rotate. Step in, rotate. I know.
Oh, man. That's great. All right, let's never do that again. Okay, good work on that. So your main combats this week are uppercut, back kick, ear smash, and the front side elbow. Now, let's have some fun. Sorry, ready to go?
We're just moving it to the middle.
So we're going to work a belt pull drill tonight. Now, you don't necessarily have to have anybody pull you back. The key component here is to make sure that while you're working this, that you're objectively using your footwork. So the idea is, if you remember from last week's footwork game, the back foot pushes to go forward and the front foot pushes to go back. Without someone pulling you today, you can move at Brittany's pace, pushing forward your feet. Once we make contact, start working your hands quick and fast. And then as she backs up, push and work backwards. The goal is to make those feet push and drive as quick as possible back. Likewise, pushing forward quick and fast as well. I don't want to take big, long steps. I want those quick shuffle steps so my hips stay under my feet, over my feet, and my shoulders stay over my hips. I stack myself on top of myself in order to have the best frame possible for the fight.
Sure.
So we're going to go for 60 seconds, pushing forward and pulling back. Hands are ready, and go. Good and quick. Work the hands. Quick, fast hands. Quick, fast hands. Good. Pull back. Push your back, and forward. Good forward drive. Push. Beautiful, Terry. Good work. Good job, Steve. And pull back, Wyatt. Think on him, Wyatt. Good. And push forward. Here we go. Quicker, faster feet. Good, quick hands. Very tan. And pull back. One more time, ankle forward. Good, good. Oh, there it is. There it is. Good, 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 good. Keep going. Work your hands, work your hands, work your hands. And pull back. We'll go one more round. Here it is. Last one. Go. Final round on. Final one on. Quick feet forward. Work those hands. Work those hands. Keep your feet. Pivot your back foot. Really quick the hands. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time. Excellent job. Nice. Great work. Good. Quick shuffles forward. Quick shuffles back. This is the idea. Take 30 seconds. Grab some water. Come right back, and we're going to get ready for our bob and weave tonight. See Kayla, she's just like ready to run in the fog. Done. Excellent. All right. So, Steve, how you holding up, boss? That's one heck of a conditioning challenge today, right? If you don't come back in like 36s and just rocking, like you did something wrong, man. Right? Own it. I own it too, brother. We'll own it. Okay. So, so here's the look now on our bob and weave. Now, if you remember on Monday, we emphasized the slip. The idea, the idea behind the slip was when that straight punch comes to you to maneuver the shoulder off the line. Now, if you remember and recall, it was taking one shoulder. So I'm in my base of my fighting stance, and I'm going to move my front shoulder. I'm going to take my front shoulder and move it to cover my back shoulder. This effectively moves my head off the line for that straight punch drive. Same thing on my back shoulder. I pull the back shoulder, which allows for that good pull, getting my head off the line, keeping my weight where I bend at the waist, right? And just break over and break over. Let's do that a few times together and get that right first, because that's also the first part for our bob and our weave. So hands up against a straight punch, and pull the front shoulder first, and slip. Slip the backside down. Now one slip and reset each time. Ready? Slip, reset. Slip, reset. Slip, reset. Slip, reset. Slip, reset. Slip, reset. You got the right idea. Good, Terry. Okay. Now the bob and weave is part of this is just that fight philosophy kind of coming into play too. I'll be very, very quick with this. The idea is there's two parts here. I have to use my slip to bait. Here's what we know. We know a good solid hook punch lands to center line. When she goes in for the hook punch, it stays on the center line. This is important because that quick center line strike allows her to recover. She comes in and hit it on purpose. She can recover quickly and effectively. Now, adding that section, then part of my job, if she's aiming to the head, is as she comes in to throw, I'm going to actually slip away from the technique. What this does, just kind of follow. What this does is this creates this here. If you can see it, let's turn. Yep, okay, watch the hand as she follows me. She's now overshot her technique. So now the only way this technique finishes is down and away and through, which makes her recovery very slow. A slow recovery, slow technique leads to a lot of vulnerability and gives me the opportunity, the ability to move. So my first step is to bait. I have to be a master baiter, if you will. Terrible. Okay. All right. So I have to be master at baiting. So what happens is the hand comes to me. As it's thrown to the head, I'm going to wait. Stay with me.
That was the good
Okay. All right. It's an awful joke. I'm going to slip away, bait away. And then because she's slow recovery, I can now pull my shoulder across the other side. And now I'm behind her technique.
And I'm
This
open.
sets her up for all kinds of fun. At this point, she really only has a couple things she can do. For recovery, she can either take the hit and back away, right? Or try for another swing punch, right? In which case now this sets up all kinds of fun activity for me because people are predictable. Fights are predictable. Swing comes to me, I can bait away, come back hit, and then bait the other way because here it comes, and then she eats lunch not once but twice. Okay, this becomes a lot of fun because again, once you're here, You either disengage, you throw the initial hand, or you're going to bail for a takedown, right? You're attempting for the slam. Those are really the only options that you have. Either way, you're going to get hit because you left yourself open and vulnerable. So my job was to make that happen. So stand in front with me, please, for a moment. We're just going to work the mechanics tonight. Hands on your shoulders, body ready. Okay, find your base. So we're going to call the front shoulder 1. Bam. I'm going to call the back shoulder 2. We're actually slipped. We're actually reversed for them in the camera. We don't see it, but they see us reversed. So right now, my right foot's back for them. Huh. Excellent. Okay. So
you just have this one.
taking your front
I'm
shoulder,
confused.
1, ready? Front shoulder covers the 2 shoulder. 1 covers 2. Now stay low, come through. 2 covers 1. You want the complete twist. Terry, what will be helpful for you is to take that back foot and pivot it as you pull that shoulder.
There you go.
Allowing your body to stay framed. Good. Then snap that. So one more time. 1 covers 2. 2 comes back to 1 and set.
Nice. Good job, Jason.
One more time. 1 covers 2. 2 back to 1 and set. Let's go faster.
Good.
Ready? And go.
All right, Steve, you want to make sure that you're still looking straight at target coming. Don't drop your head. Steve, stay looking straight ahead and keep those shoulders square and tight. Head always facing forward, not dropping. There you go. There, much better.
Okay.
Much tighter.
We can go the other way too. Colton, back away, boss. We can go the other way too. Taking my 2 shoulder, my back shoulder, I can cover my front shoulder by slipping and then go back the other way. Be careful not to overdraw. Terry, watch your hands. Let them curl into your body. Keep them up by your face. Here we go. 1, 2, or excuse me, 2 to 1. So 2 covers and then 1 covers. 2 covers and then 1 covers.
There you go.
2 covers and then 1 covers. So now what I've done is I've taken my slip, added a circle to my slip to get back across the technique. Now the punch comes to me. She does the hand. I bait and bob and weave. I bait and bob and weave. Notice I'm snapping right back to my technique, quick and fast. This is the idea. This is the plan. Okay, time. Okay, you get the idea now. So now we've added our slips, which is our straight line combative, and we've added our bobs and weaves, which is how we combat that wide swing or the overhand punch. All that fun. Let's go to our knowledge domain real quick and then get right into
Wyatt,
our
swing closer to
self-defense.
Dad's head.
Yeah, Wyatt,
Like,
punch him in the head.
You don't want
There you
to-
go. Tighter
Nice.
swing, Wyatt.
Much better.
So just a training tip, Wyatt. Wyatt. Morgans.
Yeah, Steve.
Just a training tip real quick. Wyatt, if I'm training with your dad, or same thing when he's training with you, if you're here and you throw like this at an angle because you're just being kind to your dad, here's what he's not learning. To avoid the smack when it actually comes. Okay? So you come in, make sure to go toward the head and keep committing toward the head to force that movement out of them. So he has to actually bend.
And he has to
Even
come
if
as
you're
low as your
shorter than
throw.
him, it just means he has to bend that much more, okay?
Yeah.
Excellent. Okay, so let's talk
There
real
you
fast.
go. Much tighter
Okay.
and lower.
Now
Much better.
Steve's like,
Yeah, I
"Oh,
don't
my
see an
back.
arm like this now. I see it much better like this.
Oh, my
Great
back."
job.
Okay, let's talk real fast. If you can read it, great.
Doop, doop,
This
doop,
is
doop.
your physical reactions to a violent encounter. Your knowledge domain for the week. I'll be very quick with you guys. Physical reactions to violent encounter. Violent confrontations are stressful and emotional and cause dramatic physical changes in the body. 1, your increased heart rate provides more blood to the muscles. Your breathing also becomes rapid and shallow. Those 2 things work hand in hand. You hear people talk about controlling your heart rate. You can't actually control the heart rate. What you can control is your breathing. By controlling your breathing, you can force the heart rate to drop, and the blood pressure to drop. In a fight, we call that a clear breath. So in that moment of the fight, we know we exhale during the conflict. What we also know is any moment that you have where you can just take that big inhale and that big clear, right? Just that immediate, quick blood pressure drop, that immediate heart rate drop. What that will do is hopefully give you a little bit of longevity in the conflict. Okay. Next one is your pupils dilate to better take in more light to better see your threat. And then, help me read it. Muscles tighten in anticipation of sudden movement. fine or complex motor skills dwindle, and finally your body will experience sweating and trembling. You and I know that in a proper Krav Maga class, when you're in the building doing all this stuff full speed, that hopefully you experience a ton of that, or at least
Sweating, I listen.
yeah, well, the sweating and trembling, the fine complex motor skills dwindling, and a lot of that is just due to exhaustion by itself, right? As you get more tired, your ability to draw against extremities goes away.
Think about doing during your fit tests. So when some of you guys are like, yeah, let me take my whole test for Krav, your fit test, your whole exam, and then you go, oh yeah, let me just knock out my written test right after. Can't do it. Like, it's just take it beforehand or come back and take it later that week. Yeah, because it just goes downhill. Your muscles are like, no.
So that's part of it. Or like how Steve feels right now. Right?
Yeah.
Everything's kind of just shaky.
I saw that wobbly leg.
Yep. So at this point, we're going to shift now into your self-defense for the night. Your
bear hug, arms hand.
With the arms free. Yeah. Okay. Remember, self-defense is an attack initiated you that puts you in a position of disadvantage. So we'll go through now. I'm going to break down each step while I'm doing the grabbing tonight. Key components here. Step number one, make sure when the grab comes in, as they come in for the grab, your first response is to drop your weight. This is very crucial. It's important because there's several things that are going to happen. Either A, they're trying to drive you forward to the floor. Okay, if they're smart, they'll wrap from the inside. What kind of fun?
I was going to say,
yeah, not smart. Okay, you also have the option for the pickup, right? They come in, they pick you up. It's a problem too. So you want to be careful for that. So the main focus here then, once the weight is dropped, get your weight down, drop the weight. Now you have strike opportunities. Take your knuckles and wrap on the back of the hand. Your hand is very shallow. It's just tendons and bone and skin. You take your knuckles and you're knocking on a door. Terry, do it one time to your husband. He'll let go. Bow.
Don't even hit
Good
him hard. Just knuckle.
He's like, yeah, right.
Gentle knuckle.
So from here on the grab, door knocks. They'll let go. Now at that point there, you've got foot stomps. Whatever's around you, stomp the foot. Take your elbows, drive them into the forearms. Right? These are good looks too. But personal favorite, take your hands, place them on top of their hands, and then throw your hips back hard. Ugh. That creates that initial space to let go. Terry, that looks like your prom photo. Now from here, the key component is this spin, okay? Watch from the front. My hands break free. She's going to take one hand and drop one hand inside. Somehow get that hand inside the grip. The other hand stays high.
And tight. Some of our guys were throwing their hand out there and then missing that hand when it loosens up for some of our bigger guys. So keep that hand high and tight to your head. Turn in towards that hand that's up, and it finds the neck. It finds and sets you up. And now I have to switch my feet. Ready? Strike, 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 disengage, searching your area for weapons of opportunity, additional attackers, or escapers.
One of the key things you also want to consider is why that inside hand. What that inside hand does for you is it creates a can opener effect. If by having the hand deep inside, when strike, 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 boom, that arm inside, it stays so close to your body because if you'll notice what it's doing, it's come back.
I'm like, I don't know, I'm close to your body.
Inside, it creates that peel off. If her hand, even if hand is inside my hands but comes off her body, she may end up over my arm, and then nothing changed.
Modified.
I just changed my position in the fight. Okay. What I want instead is once you get that hand down, that down hand stays pinned, that high hand stays pinned, and we can open her with the bottom by peeling that other arm off and find the head dropping the weight to finish. So watch this one more time, and then we're going to watch you do it.
I'll spin the opposite way.
Drop the weight, hand down, hand high. Here's the rotate, strike, 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 disengage, scan your space and evacuate. Good. Okay, here we go. Coach, you're up first. From the grab, bet, drop, strike. I know she's rocking that 320. Good, good. Nice cover, nice cover. Good, Terry, good, Terry. Okay, Terry, let's talk about it. So, Terry, when you came around, as you broke free, you were prying the hand down, you came off your body, and you grabbed his wrist, right? You're relying on your grip here, fine motor skill, and also your strength and muscles. Okay, don't do that. The odds are they're going to be much larger than you, right? You're petite, you're small, you're short. Okay, so when you come in, you get that strike down, keep it pinned. Don't even worry about grabbing him because you're going to end up hooking him. So don't even use your hand at all. Your forearm. As you spin and rotate, keep the forearm. It'll trap in the elbow now instead. Yes, now grab the shoulder. Now you're in your underhook. Strike the knee. Strike the groin. Boom. Kick him in the groin. Boom. Punch him in the head. Perfect. Much better. And you can do the same thing on both sides. This is as ambidextrous as it gets. Peel and turn this way or peel and turn this way. Your options are your choice. Terry, good job. Keep working. Work her over a few times.
All right,
okay.
Steve.
Go for it, Steve. Wyatt, do the grabbing. I think Wyatt's half deaf. I'm telling you. Good. Strike down. Hand peels through. Go to the high hand.
Good. That's where it is. Steve, make sure you keep that elbow down, hand high when you're turning, because some of you guys are opening that elbow up, and then you're overshooting their head. You're missing their neck completely.
So what might happen there is you could get lucky and hit the face, or you end up overshooting the head, and the same thing happens. So Steve, he's gonna do it. Watch. What could happen is you could get lucky and end up striking the face in this process, which is good, right? However, if I'm taller and larger like you are than Wyatt, and you come in, the arm is high, you could end up overshooting, and now they walk in, you end up over top of them. So keeping the elbow in and down as you rotate, keeping the elbow in and down ensures you're making connection. Yes, I even end up thinking my tricep, it's a feel. I hit her arm and it ends up sliding and dragging up the arm and body to find the face to connect. As opposed to swinging the technique, it slides the technique. That way there's no disconnection and there's no way I can overshoot that pass. Yes, great. Perfect. Jason, I missed you, pal. All right, Jason, you have your pretend ninja behind you. Ready, go. Drop. Strike. Feed the hand. Hand is high. Spin. He's got the coordination down. Dude, my man, he's got the coordination down. I love it. Oh, Jay, you just dropped that guy down right in the spine. I love it. Good work. Good, Terry. Terry, get that hand. Terry, if he's going to be that tight, you got to hit him harder. Get those hips back. Make him pay for it. Strike. Oh, that's the look I wanted. Yes. Go, Terry. Go. Yes. Oh, love it.
Nice job.
That's right. So, Terry, this is a good lesson. He's like, what'd you do that for? Well, you weren't playing nice.
We're teaching her good stuff here.
You weren't playing nice. This is good stuff, man. Great job, everyone. Steve, Coach, thanks for attending today. Again, I appreciate you. I can't wait to have you back in here, too. Girlfriend, I miss you in this building so much. Jason, thanks for tuning in. Terry, thanks for tuning in. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Thank you. You have to, hang on. Let me.
You gotta unmute.
Terry, what's your husband's name?
Jason, but you can call him Hawk, our last name, too. That's
Hawk.
what I always.
He just goes by Hawk. That's cool. I like that. Hawk.
It's
What
Jason.
up, Hawk?
We appreciate
So
having him.
thanks, Hawk, for bringing him in. That was great. I appreciate that. I did. I had to meet everybody. Otherwise, the echo feedback's too bad. So that was great. Terry, drag him out here every time. He's like, come choke me. Come punch me. Because that's a little more productive than Colton. Just there. He did really good today with me also. I was very proud of him. So he controlled the whole group. So that was pretty cool. I was very proud. Thanks, guys, very much again for your time. Let's bow out for tonight. And level 2 guys, I'll see you tuning in with me tomorrow to start your knife attack response week. So different ball game tomorrow. Kira. Good night, guys. Thank you all very much. Appreciate you all. See you next week and tomorrow.